My name is Zach Garrigus, and as film major, I intend to one day work as a director of horror movies and psychological thrillers. However, such films have a history of being difficult to produce, with profit-motivated studios often meddling with the individual vision of a director during production. In the past, now famous directors such as David Fincher, Tobe Hooper, Clive Barker, and my personal hero John Carpenter have had their passion projects torn to shreds by studio interference. To make matters worse, these studio cuts of fiercely personal films have rarely succeeded with critics and audiences, often leading to the release of far better received director's cuts and assembly cuts. Therefore, if I wish to truly disrupt the landscape of current film, I would found a collective of horror filmmakers, unhindered by the financial oversight of producers and a traditional studio. Under the name City Mist Productions, this collective would be made up of like-minded directors, editors, writers, and special effects artists who would work on different projects over which they would have total creative control. The members of the group could form a rotation by which they worked on one particular member's project at a time, much as members of classic bands such as the Beatles would take turns writing and developing songs with the aid and input of the rest of the group. Members of City Mist Productions would still have to find distributors for their projects, who could potentially ask for edits in the final cut. However, the collective would prevent studio heads from interfering in every aspect of production, which would mean that the vision of the director would be far more intact in the final cut, regardless of how distributors wished for it to be edited. For example, during the production of Alien 3, David Fincher, director of Seven, Zodiac, and Fight Club, was forced to deal with studio heads constantly altering his script behind his back, and forcing him to film additional scenes that he saw as unnecessary or detrimental to the quality of his film. With the cooperation of City Mist Productions, such interference would not be a problem, as the rest of the group would be independently producing the film along with the director, and would understand his desire to fulfill his vision. I feel that groups such as City Mist Productions could be highly beneficial to the direction of modern cinema. Such a collective would help to expose modern audiences to more creative plots in filmmaking which, in the age of big-budget studio blockbusters, seem to be going rapidly out of style. And it would also hopefully kickstart the careers of struggling artists looking for an outlet for their ideas.